No. When do we use the word no in English? Often to deny something. For example, can I go for the party please? No. Do you want to eat something? No. Can I please come with you? No. When do we use it? To deny. However, there are some phrases in English that you can use which begin with the word no, but the meaning is completely different. So that's what we are going to learn today. Hi friends, I am Niharika and welcome back. Well, in today's lesson, we are going to look at some phrases, 7 phrases in English that begin with the word no, but doesn't mean that we are trying to deny something, but means something different altogether. So, what are these phrases and how do you use it in your daily conversation? Well, that's what we're going to learn. So, let's start with the first one, which is no big deal. Now, when do you use this phrase? When something is not difficult, or there's no problem, or it's not troublesome. So someone requests you to do something. Hey, can you help me with this project, please? And you think it's not a problem at all. Yeah, it's not difficult, it's not troublesome for you. So rather than just saying, oh no, you can say no big deal. So no big deal is actually not a denial, but this phrase is used in a positive sentence wherein you are telling someone that yes, no problem, no big deal, I can do this for you. Like if you tell your husband in the night, honey, I am so exhausted. Can you help me do the dishes, please? And he has no problem. He doesn't think that it's troublesome for him. So he's going to say, no big deal, honey, I'll help you with the dishes. Okay, so that's how you can use this phrase. Very similar to this one is no biggie. And remember, both these phrases are informal English phrases. Okay, so either you can say no big deal or you can say no biggie. Okay, the next one, no hard feelings. Now, no hard feelings, the actual meaning of this phrase is that you are not angry, okay? But how do you use this phrase in your conversation? So, for example, someone apologizes to you for something, but you're not angry. That situation has not upset you or made you angry. So to convey that to that other person, you would say no hard feelings. For example, your friend forgot your birthday. She's your best friend and guess what? She forgot your birthday. Now that might upset you, but hey, you know what? You're not upset. You're not angry. So when she calls you the next day and she says that, oh my God, I am so sorry. I forgot your birthday. How could this happen? Now, since you're not upset, you're going to say, oh, that's okay. No hard feelings. So here you're conveying that it's okay. And using the phrase no hard feelings, it means that you're not upset or you're not angry. Okay, so that's how you will use this phrase. Let's have a look at the third phrase, which is no kidding. Now, no kidding can be used in 3 ways. It means that it has 3 different meanings. The first meaning, you use it to add that emphasis to a true statement. So something said something and you want to add that emphasis to it that yes, this is true. So you're going to use the phrase no kidding. For example, your mom says that this mall is so expensive. Now you totally agree to it. So you want to add that emphasis to this statement. You're going to say, no kidding. I saw these denims which were just fabulous, but they were ridiculously priced. So yes, it means that it is expensive. So that's how you can use this phrase. The other way that you can use this phrase, no kidding, is to show mild surprise. For example, your friend tells you that, hey, you know what? I am buying a new BMW car. And you are surprised. You're like, no kidding. That's amazing. Congratulations. So to express mild surprise, you can use the expression no kidding. And then the third way that you can use this expression is to sound a little sarcastic, okay? So now your friend tells you, I am buying a BMW car. And she has mentioned this like 10,000 times. So you have heard it over and over again, and now you're like, no kidding. You've told this to me like 10,000 times. So you are adding some sarcasm, okay? So when you want to add sarcasm, you can use the expression no kidding. When you want to emphasize a true statement, you will use no kidding. And when you want to show a little bit of surprise, then you're going to use the expression no kidding. Wow, that's great. Okay? The next one, no offense. Now, when do you use this expression no offense? When you do not intend to insult someone. So here you don't mean to insult someone, but you also want to make a point. So for example, y'all are a group of boys discussing something, okay, and there is another girl also in your group, and you want to just pass a comment about girls in general. But now this girl is also in your group, so you don't really want to insult her in any way. So before making your point, you would say that no offense. So for example, y'all are saying that girls can be so dumb at times. Now you don't want to insult this girl in your group, so you're going to say that no offense, Laura, but girls can be so dumb at times. So you say no offense, which means that do not get offended, but this is what I have to say, or this is a point that I want to make. So you kind of want to make these insults socially acceptable. Okay, so this is when you would use this phrase. And the next phrase that I have for you is no pain, no gain. Well, most of the times it's your fitness instructor or sports people love to use this saying that no pain, no gain, which actually means that until you don't suffer too much, until it doesn't hurt much, you are not going to be able to achieve something. So if you want to be successful, if you want to achieve something, then it's important that you need to put in a lot of hard work and put in a lot of pain. So for example, now that I have gained too much of weight, I go to a gym and I say that I have to lose weight. And then when I start exercising, my muscles, my body hurts too much. And I say, ouch, my muscles hurt. I am done. So my fitness trainer would say, Niharika, no pain, no gain. So which means that it has to hurt. You need to suffer if you want to look good and if you want to lose weight. So that's a saying that if you want to succeed, if you want to achieve something, then you have to put in a lot of hard work. All right, and then I have another expression for you, which is no way. So no way can be used in two ways. The first one is when something is just impossible. So, for example, you have a movie at 8 p.m. and guess what? You are still stuck in a bad traffic jam. Whoops! I'm sure you're not going to reach by 8 p.m. because you're stuck in traffic. So you are going to call your girlfriend or you're going to call your wife who's waiting for you at the movie theater, and you're going to say, honey, guess what? There's no way I'm going to be able to make it at 8 because I am stuck in a bad jam. That's how you will use this, which means that it's just impossible that I'm going to reach at 8. And the other way that you can use no way is when you want to show or express a strong denial. For example, your daughter comes to you and says, Mom, can I go for this party, please? And your mom is definitely not going to agree to it. So she's going to express her strong denial by saying, no way you're going for the party. So rather than just saying the simple no, just add it a little more and express that no way you're doing that. Okay? And then the last expression that I have for you is no wonder. So no wonder, the meaning of this expression is that it's not surprising. So, there are some things when you just get the logic, when you just understand the logic and it's not surprising to you, you express it by saying, no wonder. So there's this baby who's crying, constantly crying, and then you realize that he has pooped in his diaper or his diaper is too full. And then you're like, yeah, no wonder he's crying so much. So it's not surprising. Right? He was irritated, he was annoyed because his diaper was full. So that's how you would express when something is just not surprising to you and you get the logic and you understand it well, you express it by saying no wonder. Okay? So these are the 7 expressions that you can use in your daily conversation. Use them, they're very simple and quite interesting. And I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care.